Hello students, today we are going to discuss about area and perimeter of 2D shapes. First of all, let's learn what are two-dimensional figures. 2D shapes are flat shapes with width and height, resembling drawings on paper. These shapes lack depth, so they cannot be physically held. The term 2D stands for two-dimensional, indicating they have two measurements, width and height. Dimensions refer to the size of a shape in various directions, but 2D shapes only poses width and height, not depth. Here are some examples of 2D figures. Now, let's understand area and perimeter. What is perimeter? The distance around a closed figure is called its perimeter. Imagine you're on a treasure hunt, and a map tells you to walk the outline of a giant rectangle to find the treasure. The total distance you walk around the rectangle is what we call the perimeter. It is the sum of the lengths of all the sides. Area. The area is the amount of space inside a shape. In other words, it is the quantity that measures the number of unit squares that cover the surface of a closed figure. The standard unit of area is square units. Formulas for area and perimeter for some common shapes. For a rectangle, area is the product of length and width. Perimeter is found by adding all four sides, so length plus width plus length plus width, which can be written as 2 times length plus width. A square is a kind of rectangle only, with length and width equal. So, the area becomes side multiplied by side. And perimeter is adding all sides, or 4 times the side. For a triangle, area is 1 by 2 multiplied by the product of base and height. And perimeter is sum of all 3 sides. Units of measurement. A unit of measurement is a definite magnitude of a quantity that is adopted by law and is used as a standard for measuring the same type of quantity. We measure the perimeter of any figure in mm, cm, m, or kilometer. We measure the area of any figure in mm square, cm square, m square, or kilometer square. Let's discuss different types of units. Millimeter or mm. This is a tiny measurement, like the thickness of a paperclip wire. For example, the width of a small button might be a few millimeters. Centimeter or cm. A bit bigger than millimeters, like the width of your fingernail. For example, the length of a small toy car could be a few centimeters. Meter. This is bigger, like the height of a door or the length of a desk. For example, the height of a basketball hoop is a few meters. Kilometer. A very large measurement, like the distance between your home and school. For example, the distance from one town to another might be a few kilometers. For areas, we use square units. Square millimeter. Imagine a tiny square made by connecting 4 dots, each one a millimeter apart on each side. For example, the area of a small sticker might be measured in square millimeters. Square centimeter. A bit bigger than the square millimeter, like a small square on a piece of paper. For example, the size of a postage stamp might be a few square centimeters. Square meter, larger than the square centimeter, like the floor space in a room. For example, the area of a small kitchen might be a few square meters. Square kilometer, this is very big, like the area of a city or a large park. For example, the size of a big national park might be measured in square kilometers. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on Eduref to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all, you also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 5th. Thank you.